Mm-mm. Uh, okay. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a bit of an overshoot, maybe a push back up, maybe trap some shorts and push up. Who knows? Mm. I can see this flipping, pushing up quickly. Mm. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm just concerned about going short there because of that overshoot, if it is indeed an overshoot. Uh, looks like a channel there, leg down, leg down. And we've obviously had an exact measured leg. Uh, leg. Hey, what are you doing? I just watched your video for today. I left after 40 minutes. I got you. So you had a nice second trade. Yeah, that one there. We had the leg up, 2 legs of correction. 2 legs up. We had 1, 2 legs back to the EMA. Nice big bullish bar. I got out for, I think, 2.5 points. I did want to hold, but I did the same thing yesterday. That was that one, 2 legs back, and that's what I got. It got to about 2.5 points, but I was just above it. But there you go. It's typical, isn't it? You lose your bottle. Sometimes if you wait and you hold on and it takes you out, next time you don't do it and it ends up going for where you expected it to. They were like, high was just, yeah, it just wasn't having none of it yesterday, was it? We were just seemed to be stuck in that day. It was just one of those frustrating days. It was sort of working up, so it was sort of indicating. So I bet I wasn't the only one along there. And all of a sudden, wham, down it came. Once it got to around about these stops, after 2 leg correction, there'd have been some traders there holding on, thinking maybe a couple of legs back and up, and then all of a sudden it hit them stops, and then down it came. There was probably stops there, hence that big drop. But see, I'm just not sure what to do here. There is obviously an possible overshoot. If that's, the channel we touched here, touched here, touched here, touched here. But yeah, is it there or is it there? It's only hit once either side, so I'm just treating it as a as an overshoot, and it may push up. Let's see what happens here. Obviously that overshoot, you can get a couple of legs back and then it tries to make a new low. There is no general. Yeah, exactly. Trouble is, after, especially that loss I had today, which was a shame actually, I thought that was okay. I bet a few got caught there, but when it came back and hit that one and started working up, I thought, well, golden. I expected it when it got above there to push up really strong. And unfortunately, it had 2 more legs before it went, but it's just one of those things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I see those trades go by so many times and I leave them and they work, but it's just one of those things. So I was quite glad to just, get back in the green after that one by a quarter of a tick. But that's the type of trade I like to look for. Leg up, 2 legs of correction, and then a higher low. But we had 2 pushes up and 2 pushes down, so it was a second entry. It was second entry long. Obviously, once it sort of broke below there and broke above there, plus a high low, so you'd expect that to have a good push up. But obviously, yesterday, it sort of, did me in a bit. Not be confident about leaving that one, but if I would have taken that one, I'd have just followed it up to the next swing, so it would have gone here, guaranteeing me a point, and then probably here, and then 6.5 points. And as we're pushing up, I may have been thinking we're getting close to the top and dropped out maybe around about 8 points or something like that. But it's just one of those things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's one of those things, isn't it? I'm just wondering if we got a leg down, 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt to go higher. I'm just wondering whether this is like a penguin style trade. I don't think it really matters. So we got a leg down, 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt to go higher, failure. So if this finishes strong, I might look for a lower high. But I am aware that the trouble is, obviously, you could say that's an overshoot, but how do you know it's not there? It could be there, or it could be there. It's not had multiple touches there. It's 1 touch there, 1 touch here. So I see Mac doing that sometimes. So, oh well. But that to me is a leg down. 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt to go higher, failure. Let's see. Getting close to resistance, there could be, yeah. I mean, there is distance we can go down to, isn't there, after this big push down. But I wouldn't take that first one. I'd wait for a lower high, save you getting trapped. Because after the leg down, 2 pushes high, I would expect it to comfortably break these lows. Let's see what happens. I always like to give it a chance to trap me. So you could say there's a new high, trying to go once, try to go twice, failure, but I always wait for the higher low just in case, because I am aware that there is a possibility that some traders may see that as an overshoot. Some are a bit on the fences. We've only had one touch of each, so it could be either or there, couldn't it? But that looks like one leg up, second leg up. We tried lows twice. Do you think we'll go to like 46.64? I got no idea at the moment, mate. See, depends how you look at this. If you don't treat that as we've had two legs back and another leg down. To me, this looks like a penguin style train. So we've got a leg down, one attempt to go higher in the way of two pushes, and a second attempt to go higher. If we can get a lower high here, I can see that breaking this low here, possibly even bouncing along this area. But how long's a piece of string? You know, it could. It's just one of those things you never quite know. But I always like to assume it's an overshoot. It just makes you aware that it could go in that direction. But it does look like a leg to me with one attempt to go higher, a second attempt to go higher. So obviously we've got these lows down here which it could get to, or it could break the low of the day. Who knows? Who knows? It's 50-50 to me. We've had a good strong push down. It could do anything really. Just does seem really just to be like another range day if you look like this. It's just slightly higher than yesterday. So it may come down, it may not. I think it's 50-50 at the moment. It does this sometimes. It gives you one entry and it teases you in and then gives you another one, and watch, it just turns. I don't know whether it'll do it this time, but if that doesn't tease you in, this may. But I always leave this and wait for the lower high, because it's got a habit of doing this, saying, go on, take me, take me, take me. And all of a sudden, woof, gives you a minute, gives you a few seconds to get in, drag some shorts in there, and it'll just turn. So I tend to leave those. That's the first break of the channel. Trouble is, there is a possible overshoot, and as we know, an overshoot can result in a reversal. Sometimes it'll do that. It'll have a correction. Sometimes it'll pull back to the EMA, make a new low, and then rocket off in that direction, or sometimes it'll just push up. But this, to me, looks like one attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher, failure. So this looks like a penguin-style trade. But what I will say is it's just not clear. This looks to me like it's sucking shorts in. You wouldn't even have got a point there. It'd have had to tick through, so I doubt you'd have got a point there. But yeah, see, obviously there's a possible range as well. Once, twice, three times, four times, five times, touching five times there, so it could have a couple of legs. But that looks to me, I look at that quite a bit, and it gives you a first one like that, and then the second one, it goes down a bit, comes up, goes down a bit, comes up, and it almost just says, come on, I'm ready for you, I'm going to take you down, and all of a sudden it just turns. So I tend to stay away from these. It is technically a failure, but it's not a very good looking failure really. That's two legs down and one leg back up, so a lower high here may take us down, but you have to be aware that there is a possible overshoot. So if there is an overshoot, it may not come down. So it's a bit hit and miss here. It's a bit of a toss of a coin, I think. But what I will say is if it's an overshoot, it looks on a bigger chart like a correction. I look at that 10,000. Where is it? 10,000 tick chart. Leg down, 1, 2. It looks like a correction to me. So it may come down again. We'll see. But it's a bit iffy. Overshoot plus 2 legs, maybe up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Some think it's up, some think it's down. Who knows? Who knows? So if you did take that one, see what I mean about that though? It gives you this, and you think, oh yeah, okay, we've had a break, looking for a new low. You know, they jump in the trade, and then all of a sudden it gives you another one. So if you didn't get in there, you got in there, and all of a sudden it turns. See all the time. It's almost like saying, come on, follow me. This is the way down. You know, buy now or sell now. You'll make your money. And then all of a sudden, woof, up it goes. So when they say the market's not out to get you, I disagree. I think that's exactly what it's trying to do. It's just trying to get your money. See, so that could be there, really. And it could be just 2 legs. See what happens here. I'll wait for a lower high. I won't just jump straight in on that second entry. You could say 1, 2. You could say it possible a triple test. Who knows? I never usually take this first one unless I'm convinced I know what it's doing. Because it could trigger you and push up. And that overshoot could play a part, see, so. But at the moment, that looks like 2 legs back. And I bet that's exactly on a measured move at the moment. Leg. See what happens here. If it drops like a stone now, then I'd say we're coming down. Yeah, I'll certainly wait for the lower high. If anything, I like to. If it drops down here, see, then there's a first entry set, possible failed second entry short. I always like to give it chance to trap me before I get in, and if it doesn't trap me and it carries on, then I'm sure it's going down. But it's been tough trading the last couple of days. In all fairness, there's not a lot of setups. That one I think was okay. I missed that one. Shame about that one. That looked okay at the time. That one I think was okay. We had 2 legs of correction, 2 legs up, 1, 2 legs back. Nice big bullish bar. For me, that was going up. Okay, so channel down. 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt. It does look like the type of penguin trade, that, but I'll wait for the lower high. Okay, so what I want to do now is that to trigger the failed second entry short, and if it stays below there and continues down, then I could see us coming down further. I mean, there is a possibility of having a leg down and another leg down. Let's have a look. We could get that and that. That's a possibility. What's the daily doing? Yes, excuse me. It could. That, you know, the daily, we're in a bit of a range with the daily at the moment, just at the top. So we could have another leg, but that's just a rough guesstimate, let's say. Ouch. $160 more. How do you really? You'll be all right. Just take your time. You'll be right. Wait for that perfect trade. Take a couple of points. You're done. You've got there. You've got about, what, 85, 90% of the way there. You'll be fine. Excuse me, I've got two more past. One's got another couple of days, and one's a couple of days behind that. I just wanted to have four. The idea about that is if I can get them up to 5,000, and I can take, depending on how quick they build up, I can take 1,000 out of each of them per month for now. Once I can get them up to a comfortable level. I think we're going up now. Excuse me, overshoot. We've come down and we've bounced. So I would say for me, I think it's more likely that we're going to be moving up now. Explosion to the top, yeah. And we've come right the way down, haven't we? With that overshoot. Trouble is, there is always a possibility it could come down, so you just got to be careful. I've given up just jumping in here thinking, I think we're going up, let's buy. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. It is a mess today. The last couple of days, yesterday was worse. I hate days like this. It's just literally, it looks like a, I don't know, a bad looking heart monitor, doesn't it? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, sometimes, because it's moving quite a bit, you know, sometimes you're thinking, okay, yeah, we're moving up, let's jump in. But sometimes you're best off just leaving this stuff alone. But we've been doing a lot of that sideways stuff over the last couple of 3 days. So the only thing about this overshoot is when we had 2 legs back and this bar triggered, I thought because of the overshoot that may likely trap, but it didn't. So I do wonder whether, you know, it's this here. Why put it there? Why not here? It's only had 1 touch of each. It's not like we've had multiple touches at that level. What I will say is there'll be some shorts there, quite probably there. And that leg down, 2 legs of correction, so I'd say there'll definitely be some short stops there. It is slow, isn't it? Really slow. There's nothing worse. It's almost like trading the overnight. Okay, we're above this now. See what happens. I think we're done with down. I do after this. If that is an overshoot, which I think it's likely it is, we've had a couple of legs back and we've had a go at making a new low and we haven't, so we've pushed up then 2 legs. So I'd say for me, I think the likelihood is we're going to go up rather than down. But it is holding that measured move, isn't it? We'll see. What I will say is it's gone to the top of this and it's working away sideways, which usually in a trend we come down, we work sideways to here, we come from the bottom corner of this to the top corner, and then we drop. So it looks to me we've gone up, we've gone sideways, we've gone up, we've gone sideways. So I think it's more likely we're going to go up. If we can get up, I'd say there's going to be some stops there. So somebody mentioned explosion to the top. I think it's likely we're going to push up. But could just be teasing you into that, and it may trap you. So obviously you've got to wait for a decent setup, but the indicators for me is we're going up. You consider buying at the bottom of the pullback. 1 to 4s. See, I trade Pat's max price action. So my strategy won't allow me to do that. What I would do is wait for the signal bar to form indicating we were moving up before I take it. But I get what you're saying, a couple of pullbacks and maybe jump in here, put a small risk down here or whatever. And then hope it goes in that. Yeah, we tend to wait for a signal bar. So so something like that, 2 legs back and a signal bar there. I get what you're saying, 2 legs back. Would you not buy here, or would you not buy right at the bottom of there? If that was your strategy, that would make perfect sense. 2 legs back and just jump in around here where the measured move was, and obviously But generally, we go for sort of, I tend to go for around about 2 points. Most of the risks, I say, ATR is quite low. That would indicate a risk of around about 2.25 points. So I go for about 2 points. But you can get pretty good. I think my win rate is about 85% at the moment, 83%. It took a bit of a hit yesterday, but something like that, 83% win rate, something like that. Okay, so we've gone sideways. There's a bullish bar which is triggered, but it's clearly risky, that is, because it could come down, stop you out, and then off it goes. So because at the moment, 1 leg, 2 leg, it's made a measured move, and if you look at that, the measured move, it hasn't closed above there. So there's going to be people wanting to go short there, some traders thinking it's going long. So whoever wins, really, but I'll just stay out of that. It's just too risky, really. Seems like easy money every now and then. What I will say is, as you develop as a trader and you see certain patterns, I absolutely get taking a trade that might not follow your rules, but out of experience, it is still worth taking. Yeah, I absolutely get that. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll something will look visually right, but it might not necessarily be right by the count. And yeah, I will take trades like that. And I absolutely agree there. As you develop, and I stand to this day and say that's why Mac won't show us his trades, because I think he breaks his own rules. Why? Because he can. He's experienced. He sees these charts. And like you say, with this, we push up, go sideways, push up, go sideways. If you're asking me what that's going to do, it's going to go up more than it's going to come down. So we push up, we go sideways, we get half a decent signal bar, and then traders get back on it. I'd have preferred to get a little bit closer to this and have a little drop out the bottom, but yeah, I absolutely get taking setups that might not necessarily follow your rules, because experience tells you. You see this happen all the time. The trouble is, now we're above this, it's still slowing, so it could just come down and make you miserable. See, after we've pushed up, once we got above here, you know, I thought that would move a bit quicker, but you just don't know. It's very choppy the last couple of days, and it's got a way of stinging you sometimes. I much prefer to take a higher low there, really. But there is a possibility it could still sting you. You just don't know. It's clearly congested. Do I think it's going to push up? Yeah. But I'd like to get a bit closer to that. That's what I mean. Once that starts to move and you see that appear and you start to think, oh, balls. So I tend to... let's have a look. So you wouldn't have got a point off that. What I think I'd prefer is to see that short there. If you look at these new lows here, second entry short, I'd like to see that trigger and then push up. I'd say there's definitely going to be some stops there. Definitely. 2 legs back, leg back. Maybe thinking, you know, leg up, and then down again. Yeah, see, I'd have preferred to see that trigger that short there, really, before I thought about going up. Because it is congested. I've done this before. I've got into trades and all of a sudden they turn. Sometimes the way this is working, the markets, it's almost teasing you. It's teasing you. It's teasing you. And then you get in and it takes you out. It was doing it there. Break. Normally after a break, you'd have a new short, you'd have a new low, but it's teasing you, isn't it? And then we get another one. All of a sudden, flips over, shoots up. You know, I suppose a lot of traders will think, oh, do I get in there? When you see that one and it doesn't stop you out, and you see that one starting to appear, you know, traders will start to get a little bit calmer then and thinking, yeah, we are going down, and all of a sudden, flip, look at that. Yes, it's clearly still going sideways at the moment. It's just too dangerous to trade. It could do anything. I'd like to trigger below there, really, and then maybe that might be worth... Okay, that's trigger below there now. See, I thought that would push up quite strong there to take that stop out. Or unless it's teasing shorts like it did there. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm tempted to put a trade above there.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, so if there's going to be any stops in there, we'll see how we get on here. There's going to be some stops up here, I'd say. Let's just go for a couple of points. Where are we? How do we get in? One more. Let's just go for a couple of points. I thought that might do that. That's a good sign, I think. Looks like it's gone up sideways and then pushed up. We'll see. Max said don't trade breakouts, does he? Where does that come from? I think because we've gone up and we've gone sideways because of the overshoot. You got me nervous now. Oh, it's gone orange. I hate that. Oh, no, 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 no. Hurry up and kick in. Come on. Hate that. Won't let me do anything. Bollocks.
Target filled.
Oh, it's worked now.
Target filled.
What did I get for a tick? I still think it's okay. I think I was going for that because of the overshoot. What did I get? A tick for it, didn't I? Let's have a look. Yeah. I think what it is, mate, is we've got this overshoot here, so we're going to look in to trap some shorts here. So what I like about it is there's a second entry short there which is triggered and pushed up. So I put my order one tick above there, thinking then we're going to push up because we've obviously come right down to the bottom here, but the overshoot pushed up, attempt to make a new low, so I think that's going to push up. So, but Max says what? Don't trade. Max says we don't trade breakouts. See you taking them. No, it's okay, mate. It's okay. I just see you often taking them. I hear what Max says. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. See, yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, see, it is a bit of a breakout, isn't it? Well, yeah, okay, so let me tell you what my thinking is. We've got this leg down here. We've come close to the bottoms. We've had an overshoot. We've had two legs back, and I'm looking for this to trap shorts because I think we're going up after the overshoot. Overshoot often result in a reversal. So as we've pushed up here, we're going sideways. There's some shorts there which should have probably shorted out thinking we've had a break and we're coming down. And I like the way it triggered and then pushed up and stopped them out, which tells me that we're pushing up. No, it's okay, mate. It's okay. You may have saved me anyway. It's okay. If I'm missing something in my, in what I'm seeing in Max, then I'd rather people say. At the end of the day, it's slow as hell anyway, so at least I got out of it for a tick, didn't I? Let me have a look. So, yeah, I got out of it for a tick, so at least I'm up 2 ticks today. That's something. But yeah, the reason I took it was I put it 1 tick above that bearish bar because after we've had the break, I'm guessing there's going to be traders thinking we're pushing down. Do you know what I mean? If you look at his chart, he never goes long into support, hoping for a breakout. Yeah, you're probably right, actually, mate. That's a good point, actually. It's a good point, yeah. The thing is, when you're learning and you learn our style, let me think about this, how I'm going to word this. When you learn our style, there's always gaps in what you learn. we don't sort of have this where we sort of have proper formal training, do we? We don't get taken on by a bank and they go, okay, this is how we do it. Do this, do that, do this, do that. I've got someone working with you. He'll help you, support you. We just sort of work off our own back. So if there's stuff I'm missing that you guys see, and basically, by the way, this is coming down. It's looking like you may be right. If there's stuff that you guys see and I'm missing, I've got no problem with you saying. I don't get offended at all in the slightest. I'd rather, because we all learn at different rates, and some people might, pick up another thing a little bit more than others. I think you're right there, mate, by the looks of things. As soon as I saw that coming down there, I'll be panicking. So that's probably a reason why. Because, thinking about it, like Max says, most breakouts fail. I think in an uptrend, if it breaks out the bottom, then you would think to go long. But in an uptrend, you want to go long as it breaks out at the top. I don't know. But then again, we see these bull flags, don't they, where it pushes up sideways and pushes up. But I think it's important to know. I'll have to pay a bit more attention to his charts. In all fairness, I'm looking at the daily now, and it's actually giving us nothing, is it? It's almost a perfect doji. So it could go up or it could come down, and basically that to me now looks like it may come down. Excuse me, so I think you've just saved me a loss there, mate. Your short yesterday was also going into a bit of support. Have a look. Yeah, you'd have saved me a loss there, mate. I appreciate that. Let's have a look. Which one was it? Which loss was it? It wasn't that one, was it? It was this one, because that one was okay, I think. It was... When was it? No, it was before then, wasn't it? I can't remember. I have to get my chart out. I'll have a look. It wasn't that one, I don't think. Or was it? Yeah, it was. We're going to support me. Yeah. Yeah, good point there, mate. Good point. No, don't feel like you've not got to say nothing or you don't want to interfere or something. No. There's clearly gaps in my knowledge. There's gaps in all of us. That's the unfortunate thing about teaching yourself. You know what I mean? We just sort of pick it up as we go along. Any trade there for me would have been a good candle near the bottom. That one there or something, one of those. Yeah. I think what attracted me to it, because I thought there might be some shorts trapped there, but I don't even think that one's safe, is it? Would you have got 2 points out of that one? You probably wouldn't have done. So, yeah, market's tough at the moment. What did that one go for? I don't even think it went for a point, did it? It did, but you wouldn't have got it. So I think getting out for a tick. I think I was lucky, especially where that thing went orange. The first trade, yeah, okay. Yeah. Question, Wood, how many trades do you do? Do you do one a day, more or less? Because I see so many people posting charts, 1, 2, 3, 4, but sometimes I seem to struggle sometimes to see a decent setup. Perfect second entry short on there at the 10k. On about, oh, here. Let's have a look at the 10k. Leg up, yeah. Yeah, see, I see what you're saying there, but that one would have to be the same height, wouldn't it? Even the one which was too close to the highs. How many trades do you take, Wood, roughly? On average, over a week? Yeah, they are. I wonder whether I should just hold on a bit more sometimes. I mean, you see people like Marco posting 2, 3 and 4 trades a day. Yeah, that he posts ones that work, but how many does he actually take? What I will say is, see you saying about that one, I like that trade purely and simply because we were already pushed up and it was two-legged, but that is into resistance, isn't it? Be interested to see whether Mac takes that. I mean, you wouldn't even get a point out of that, I don't think, would you? No, you wouldn't. Be interested to see whether he marks that. I'll keep that for later. Have you taken a trade today, Wood, or not? Yes, I got lucky there. I've been very nervous in the last 2 days, yeah. So I just got 2 points each day so far. 1 trade a day, yeah. I think if you can, you'll usually get 1 okay trade a day, won't you? And I think that's what I need to just focus on a bit. Just sit and wait for that perfect trade. Yeah, you're going to have days where, you know, they don't exist so much, aren't you? But got bloody lucky there, I think. Thanks for that, mate. Plus 1 tick. I think because it's been just so slow lately, you just try and look for something, don't you? Normal volume, I try to do 1 trade. Oh, you go for 4 to 6 points, do you? Oh, you do more, what's it, don't you? You were short yesterday. Yeah, it's that earlier one, wasn't it? I can't think where it was. I can't remember what it was. I'll have a look on my chart after. Shorted that earlier range for 2 points. This here, yeah? Oh, the range, the earlier range. This one here? You went there, did you, or something? In fact, you could have said that was a triple test, actually. I wasn't sure about it because the overshoot, sometimes it'll trigger and break, which is why, if that's what you mean, or did you take that one or something? Yeah, it's really tough price action, isn't it? Tell you what. Charts like that. Yeah, that was a good second entry short. Yeah, see, that made me nervous, and I'll tell you why. The overshoot, we had 2 pushes up, and then it went congested, which always makes it more risky. And obviously, after the overshoot, a lot of times the overshoot can result in a reversal. Just after the news. Okay, we're back here somewhere, aren't we? What was the news? 3 o'clock. So it's about here somewhere. You shorted the range. Okay, I'm guessing it was something like that, was it? For about 40 minutes. Shorted the range. Can't say. Shorted the range. That's the only range I can see with a short. Oh, what was I looking at? My chart, yesterday's chart. It's the 27th. Let's have a look. Was this yesterday? So this was yesterday's, wasn't it? That was yesterday's. Which one was it? Did I not mark it? Or was it later on? Right there. That one there. I don't think I did 2 yesterday, didn't I? I don't know where the other one was, unless it was later on. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Mm. I do not limit myself in terms of numbers of trade, except that after 2 losers. Yeah, I did yesterday. After that, you take 1 to 2 per day. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's possible second out too long there. See, there could be a downtrend though. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you can take 1 trade a day, there is a higher low there. Break. Trouble is, there is a possible. No, I don't know. I think 1 trade a day, 1 good trade a day for 2 points will get you $100 a day on one account. So that's $2,000 a month. Now, let's say, obviously, with losses, let's say $1,500 a month on 1 account, on 1 contract. It's pretty good, really. I mean, if what you trade, so my trading capitalist count is basically, it's not 50,000, it's 2,500. So if you can get $1,250 on that 1 account, that's 50% profit in a month. That's brilliant, in all fairness. That one there, yeah, to the left, price bounce, hence support. That there, I think you're looking at, aren't you? Or here, I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking you meant that one, didn't you? Or that one. No, that one probably. Yeah, I looked at that one, but then I saw 3 bars back to back, and then we had a doji after the overshoot, so that just made me a bit nervous. I suppose you could say it's a triple test, but it's just after these 3 bars link up side by side, multiple accounts, one really doesn't need more. No, you don't, do you? In all fairness, you can have up to 20, but if you have 10 accounts and you get an average of even $1,000 a month on an account, it's still $10,000 a month. And if you can do that one and manage to grow, then obviously you can continue to increase as you grow. But I mean, I've been 6 weeks now. This account's been going, and that's the equivalent of, well, $1,500 in the 1 account. So that's obviously after the loss yesterday. That's $1,000 a month, and it's been a crap month, to be fair. So you do that times 10 accounts. All the money you want, really. One just has to take it steady to reach a level. Yeah, I think it's a beginner issue to try and rush things. I agree with you. I agree. It is just sitting patiently. What's up a chart? Oh, right, okay, yeah. There's the one there. I don't know what that one was. Why isn't that moving? Was that the one from yesterday, was it? 27th. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? That one there, yeah, the failure. Yeah, good point. That. Yeah. Granted, it did work. I think why I looked at that one is because we had the leg up and the 2 legs of correction. Then it started pushing up again. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah. So, yeah, point taken, that one. That one, it's a shame, actually. Leg down, leg down. I thought that would have been okay, but it's just one of those things. Sometimes they work. We've been up to the top here. It is a failure. It could come down to the midline area, but it missed me by a few ticks. That it came down. I think it was about was it 1.5, 1.75, so a little bit more, and I'd have had that one. But yeah, I see what you mean there. It is into support, isn't it? Yeah, it wasn't the best of choices, that. I think I was looking at the 2 legs of corrections, and I see those work so much of the time. The short, see, I didn't think that was that bad. It was a failure, wasn't it? We'd come up to the top of the chart, we'd had a failed breakout. Mac looked at that one. No, the short. Yeah, the short there, yeah? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Oh, the long was fine. I thought that's what you meant going into support. Oh, you thought the short. See, I thought after the range, after the failed breakout, we made one attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher, dropped strongly below the EMA. I thought that was okay for another leg down. I was expecting that one to get down to the midline. Yeah, see, I thought that was okay. Yeah, you didn't like that one, mate, for a failure, no? I thought that was okay. As we'd broken out and we'd push back in, we'd try to go higher once, a few times there, and then we come back once more, and then it dropped. Yeah, it didn't really work, didn't it? But Matt took the long before yours. Got yeah. I didn't look at Mac's chart. I'll have to have a look actually. I haven't had a look at it. Yeah, the trouble is, it comes out about 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, and I stayed away from the charts for the rest of the day. See, so I never went back. Okay, so there was a loss there. I like that one. I thought it was okay. Leg up, 1, 2 legs back, and then up for another leg. To the left of your short, where support could not clear. I'll have to have a look at it. I'll have to have a look. Wonder if there's a channel down there. Possible. It's horrible price action, especially when it's slow. When it's moving quicker, you can sort of work out a lot quicker the direction it's taking. You would never go short into that. Price had just bounced. Okay. Okay, that's a good point, actually. Let me just have a look at that again. Oh, so you wouldn't get a shot where price has just bounced. Right, okay. Yeah, okay. Good point. I think it was because the failed breakout, and I expected it to come down here, well, certainly to the midline. I'm glad you said that, actually, because I'll look at Max now and see how I'll reference what you've said to the way I look at his chart, so you wouldn't have gone short into where it bounced. I think there was 3 reasons. I think there. One, the overshoot, and a lot of times overshoot can result in a reversal. It was the overshoot and the failed breakout of this that got me thinking short when we had the failure. But yeah, it just ticked me, didn't it? And different charts there, but yeah, interesting. Interesting. I'm not even a fan of that, really. I go immediately to break even in case it goes up. Yeah. Yeah, good point. This is horrible price action, I've got to say, isn't it? It's just so slow. All right, bud. No, you're not distract me. I'm not trading at the moment, mate. It's just clearly sideways, isn't it? To be fair, I was just thinking about bidding it, actually. It's just slow and horrible at the moment. At least I've managed to get up $25 today. So that's all, and that's on 2 accounts as well. So technically that's 40. But no, we get times like this. It's not been that good, really, is it? The last couple of days has been pretty naff. And it's useful to stay out of it. In all fairness, that one's just one of those things that I still like. We had 2 legs back, push up, 2 legs back. But that one, should have just left that one. I see that happen a lot, pushes up sideways, then pushes up again. But you saved me a loss there, mate. Yeah, you take it easy, bud. Yeah, absolutely. Better than yesterday. In fact, I'm going to knock on the head. It's just choppy as hell, isn't it? So, okay, so that's it for today, folks. Let's just save my picture there. 28th, 11th, 23. Yeah, okay. It's horrible today. It's just slow, isn't it? But there we go. So that's it, folks. So I appreciate the comments. Don't forget the Night We Sent offer finishes at midnight tonight, and they've indicated that it's not going to be back on for a while. I'm guessing to Christmas or New Year or something like that. I'm not too sure, but there you go. My code's down there as usual. If you used it or you have used it, it is appreciated. So that is it. So have a great evening. Yeah, it's price action's just naff the last couple of days, isn't it? Really, that was horrible. This wasn't much better. But there you go. So have a great evening. Stay safe. And I will talk to you all again same time tomorrow. Bye for now.